Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Art of Lore Show.
Yeah, boy.
Right. Extra noses
They were
punches
waiting
on
on
you.
that
Ooh,
one,
you're
weren't
so
they?
warm. Couldn't help but notice your boys from across the floor.
You know,
Noses
you
in
know.
Mickey like you told
Yeah,
baby
you
till
know
they
what it is,
hee
Bob.
Right. Extra noses punches on you. Ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boys from across the floor. Noses in Mickey like you told baby till they hee
All right. Well, you can thank Mama Bear for that one.
No more meats.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Why we can't have nice things. All right. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the show. This is episode 90 fucking 9. It would actually be
That's
like
long enough, isn't
100 and something, but since we had a lot of half shows and cancellations and random changes, the actual lore show, this is technically episode 99. So
99 and some change.
99 and some change. There you go. I like the way that sounds. Now, the thing is, we got a special for episode 100. But that would technically be the first Monday of the month, which is supposed to be our fantasy shows now. So,
Yep.
I kind of set it up as our episode, our Warhammer Fantasy will not count in the running of Warhammer 40k lore shows. So technically, it will not be episode 100 next week. It will be the following week. It'll be our episode 1 of our fantasy style, which I have to do some type of spin on it to figure out what the hell I want to call it. So, just so everyone's aware, the big 100 episode technically will not be next week. It'll be the week after, which gives these assholes more time to pick up hard-ass questions for me to answer, because I know that's what they're going to do.
Yes. Speaking of which, we got to get together one of these days and come up with questions.
Oh, that'll be easy, Alan. That'll be real easy.
All right, bet.
I am going to turn down the background music here. About right there, my shaky hands. Okay. And I'm going to put us over to the paint screen, and we're going to go ahead and start getting the Raptress going now, since we finished the night. The night has been finished for the most part. There's still some tweaks I want to do to it, but it's battle ready. It's good enough. Just need to do some base work and some minor things to it, but I want to do something fancy with the base, so I will work on that later on my own time. But for the stream, we're going to be working on our good old harp. So I'm going to be working on that. And we're going to go ahead and let, believe it or not, I think Alan's taking the reins for tonight's episode. So we're going old school.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because Bob always wanted to take over, and he's like, I'm getting tired. Why don't you take over, Alan? What do you want me to do?
More along the lines of, I feel bad that I was invited here one day and I just never left your sofa. It's a very
Really?
nice, comfortable Blackstone sofa.
All you gotta do is say, "Hey, Alan, take over today. How about you do this, and I'll take over this day?" And I'm like, "Okay, let's do that." And I'm just like, "I'm over here waiting to be like top 10, like the goddamn backup goalie."
Put me in, coach. I'm
Put me
ready to play.
Well, because there's one thing that Bob never touches on is my favorite faction.
Hello,
The
Cheerio. Wow.
Oh, cereal.
Give your best, give your best wow. Oh no, I'm about to go deaf.
Let's go.
Oh, there it is.
Whack.
Oh, the Yuki get hit. Oh, ow. Okay, I can hear again.
For the red rot.
But yeah, there's actually one faction Bob never touches on is the Mechanicus, which I don't mind because I love me Mechanicus boys. So because we haven't talked about it in a while, I'm gonna do a Mechanicus deep dive because we've
Hello,
already
zombie.
talked
Hello.
the overconference of the Mechanicus, but now I'm gonna get nitty gritty. Oh. So first thing we're gonna talk about is, well, you can't talk about Mechanicus deep dive. I'll talk about the hierarchy.
Fuck me, I'm on earbuds. So you know my pain, Cheerio. All the
Hey.
Bobs and all the Yukis are going to get you tonight.
Suffer with me.
All right. Yeah, so I'm talking about Mechanicus. That's no surprise considering Al's taken over.
Yes.
Messiah,
Oh,
save
to be fair,
us.
we don't talk about the Mechanicus much unless I'm involved because Bob doesn't want to talk about Mechanicus. He wants to talk about his favorite faction.
Actually, I've been doing. I went back and looked at it. I've done more Heretical and Xenos than I have done Space Marines in a while.
In a while, because you went through
It
that
will-
whole
it's-
stretch for a bit there, so that's why.
Yeah, we talked about every
Legion.
single faction of the Space Marine faction. So it's like, okay, we're gonna stop for a while.
Even Bob was going, okay, I gotta avoid the Space Marines for a bit. That was a little fucking extreme. That would be a great
Did you-
idea.
did-
Let's talk about the legions. And poorly, by the end of it, Bob's killing me
I was like, did you regret your actions there, Bob?
slightly. I regret nothing I said. Hint, hint. First Legion episode. Hint, hint. But one of
And
these
here comes the down votes.
I'm gonna have to redo that simply because the new Lionel Johnson is actually fairly fucking decent. They actually stopped writing him like a fucking spud.
Well, anyways, let's talk. Let's go back to Mechanicus.
Yeah, back to the mechanical.
Yeah, Bob's
Uh-oh.
pulling a me.
That's not
Why
supposed
is
to be
everyone-
making noise.
What?
I said my phone's
Looks
not
like-
supposed to be making noise.
Oh.
Toilet seat Marines, yeah, that'd be it.
The hierarchy kind of goes sort of like this. First off is on the other side.
Alan, did you fail at trying to play Shoot the Duck?
Yes, I
I,
did.
I see this. You don't. There's no spaces.
I realized after I said it. So it goes first off the Omnissiah, which, the Omnissiah, the Emperor. Philip title. Yes. So next goes is the High Lords of Terra, which is the Adeptus Terra, Adeptus Mechanicus, the Adeptus Ministorum. Then it goes the actual cult Mechanicus, the actual disciples of the Machine God, which is all the sub factions, which I'm going to get to. There is a shit ton of these guys. A few notable things is the Centaurio Ordinatus, which they take care of the engines of the Omnissiah, the war machines themselves.
Did you
And
say
the Caligula Centaurio Ordinatus.
Don't they also handle the Ordinatus god weapons?
Yes, anything that is a war machine, they take care of.
I thought the Centaurio Ordinati, at least from what it seemed like an Arch and Hell's Reach, only dealt with the Ordinati, but so now I'm learning shit.
No, they deal anything like the tanks, the tanks, the fucking chicken walkers, anything involving war machines. That is their department.
Ooh.
Other than the Caligula Titanica. The Caligula Titanica take care of their own war machines. So everything but the Titans. The other sub-factions includes the Auxilia Myrmidons, which is the Savage of War, which they mainly take care of in the Calixtus sector, which again talk about later. The Legiones Scriptari, Legiones Cybernetica, and the Ordo Reductors.
Reductors?
That involves
Yeah.
Gene Seed, I bet.
No, actually, the GNC is actually taking care of a different branch.
Ooh, okay.
I will talk about them later. This is a quick little hint. So next, we'll talk about the actual, the holy orders. First, we're going to talk about the big one. The first is the Magi, or which are known as the Magoses. Every single one of them. They are mainly the senior tech priests. They have, the advanced. They have the advanced specializations of anything involving the gene seeds and all that. They have guys who pursue science and all that to the extreme. And it goes down the Prime Hermeticon, the Lord Dogma, Mechia Morbidundus. God, I cannot talk. The Invictus Acquisitor, Generatocraft, and the Data Predators. The second one is going to be the Janitors. Janitors, as Bob was saying, the guys who they mainly deal with gene seed, anything involving biology, making cyborgs, kind of open Xenos, trying to figure out how they click. Anything involving that is dealt with the Janitors.
Kyle, is this the Slaneshi Spineheart player? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, Cheerio. I am
Yes.
doing the harp coming out the man's back. It will be a lot more
Funny
visible when it's not all black.
Funny enough, little side tangent. Kyle, we were talking about what we're going to do today through our group chat. Kyle said, "Oh yeah, I'm doing the harp." All of us were looking at him like, "When the fuck did you pick up the harp?"
They all thought I was playing the harp. Yeah.
Yeah, we
When
all
the
thought he
fuck
was
did
supposed
you
to be
buy a
playing the
harp?
harp.
First, we were like, okay, when did he learn to play? And then we all went, where the fuck did he get a harp? And when-
Yeah, we've been to his house. Where the fuck have you been hiding a harp?
That's funny.
it had all three of us going, what the fuck?
Well, so the ranks of janitors go the Magos Biologus, Magos from the first one. Then it's the Arch Chemist. Then the Grand Parasite. The Meta Surgeon.
Wait, did you say grand parasite?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
What
that's
the
one of the ranks you can get.
That's a fuck of a
That
title.
seems a little heretical language to me.
Yeah, that's a little. That's pushing a little bit of the funny sauce.
Don't worry about it. Don't
Somewhere
worry
in
about it.
Inquisitor's approaching the big red button.
Then after the Grand Parasite is the Meta Surgeon, the Corpus Illuminator, and the Janitor Extremis. The third branch of the major orders is the Logi, or the Logis. They are analysts, statisticians, logicians. Their whole plan is to deal with the logistics of the Mechanicus and their allies, and to predict future trends and forecasts about the expedition and needs. Because their duties are most often regarded as prophetic figures, because the whole thing is predicting logistical needs.
So what you're saying is what Gilman's most hated, like, what the fuck do you mean you don't understand 2 + 2 was fish?
Yeah, they're the ones who go yes, 2 + 2 is something equal fish due to the trends of the fish population. That's pretty much exactly what they do.
So what you're saying is the reason why Gilliman was chain smoking IO sticks. Got it.
Yes.
I hate these oval bases. I'm gonna attempt to
So
use
the
my
ranks of-
stand.
The ranks of the Logi, logistic guys, go to Lexico Arcanicus.
Ooh,
Then
my-
it's the Lexico Arcanus. He's like the top logical guy, logistic guy.
This mini is dope. My favorite mini from the Kinky Demon range since they removed the tits from the Demonettes.
I did notice they did that.
The titty
No, I
horses
never
still
noticed
have
that.
tits, though. Yeah, because I got a
Don't ever say
Demonette
that
right
again.
here. And see? It got it. It's covered up.
Don't ever say that again, please, Kyle.
What, the titty horses?
Yes, please stop.
I mean, they actually do, though. They didn't take those away. At least unless there's something new.
Anyways,
Listen,
After- the next one underneath that is the Bibliophiliac.
thank you.
Then it's the Hyper Rationalist, the Monitor Malevolus, the Info Executioner, and the Bio Cogitatus.
Wait, one of them is called an info executioner.
Yes, because he executes info into the computers.
See, all I was thinking when you said that is a motherfucker screaming at somebody going, "Read, motherfucker, read!"
Yeah.
Or you just grab the mathematics book and start beating the shit out of it and people to be
Yeah.
executed.
Yeah, you're not entirely wrong. So the last major order is the artisans. So the artisans are exactly as they sound. They're the guys who pretty much are down on the ground. They create the weapons, armor, everything of the Mechanicus. Yeah, machines, buildings, spacecraft, weapons, military hardware, the fucking toaster ovens. They're the ones who create it all. So they're the ones who are most often seen because they're the ones who they oversee the activity in the Forge Worlds and also the Imperial Guard, Space Marines, all of them. So they start off. Okay, I'll leave for now. Time to head back to work. Luckily, next week I have a free afternoon session night on Monday. No, okay, well then we'll see you then. Cheerio. Have a good rest of your day.
All right, Cheerio. Have fun at work.
So the top leader of the artisan is the Forge Lord. Then it goes the Mecha Sapient, Praetor Electroid, Cybersmith, Techno Archaeologist, and the Necromechanic. That's how that's
mechanic.
Necromechanic.
Yeah, they're called Necromechanics mainly because they rebuilt broken shit.
Oh, okay.
So so the broken tank that comes by, they fix it up. Hence, they revived the machine spirit.
They perform necromancy, you say?
Yes.
They reboot the AI, or I mean machine spirit.
So the rank structure of the Mechanicus is pretty top to bottom. It's very structured, very rigid. You can't rise up it, but only if you do so much and have so much. If people have faith in you. So from the highest to lowest rankings of the broad specter is the Fabricator General, which Fabricator General is like the leader of a Forge world. Which the highest one is Mars. There he's seen as the head of the Mechanicus, even though it's mainly a. Best I can say, as I can describe the Mechanicus, is the Holy Roman Empire. If anyone know, if I have any fans of history.
Oh, we'll get there eventually, Alan, because we gotta talk about the Holy Roman Empire in one of these episodes of the Old World.
Oh yeah, it's very much broken. Every fourth world is autonomous.
But they all play lip service to Mars, I presume.
It's kind of how it goes. A lot of they say like, oh, Mars is great, although we're better. It's kind of how it goes. Then after the Fabricator General is the Magoses, the Logis, the Janitors, the Artisan, and then we get to a little bit weirder ones. The Electro Priests. Yeah, they're fun. The Engine Seers. The Lex Mechanic, the Trans Mechanic, sorry. Then the Lex Mechanic, the Rune Priest, the Medials, and then the very bottom is the Servitors. Yeah, they're technically in hierarchy, which unfortunately Servitors can never rise up further than what they are.
Well, because they're dirty fucking criminals.
No, actually, believe it or not entirely. They're not all criminals.
They fucked the pooch some way, shape, or form and got servitorized.
We will talk about Servitors again later. The Ultimate Mechanicus also recognizes other specialist ranks which stand outside of the main hierarchy. Usually, they're related to military roles or stuff like that. Such things as the Domitus Dominus, or Tech Priest, which is the Grand Dominus, which is a military leader. Tech Priest Dominus, Caligia Titanica Precepts, Moderators, Tactical Officers, Tech Marines, all that. They're just outside of the main hierarchy, but still in there somewhere. It's a little weird.
It's always a little weird in the Imperium, Alan.
It's a little weird, but they're still we recognize you. Well, you're still in the main hierarchy, but you have the special title on the side. So we're talking about the Fabricator Generals. There's another thing right below them. Is the Fabricator Locum. Fabricator Locums are the second highest rank you can get in the hierarchy. They're pretty much the Fabricator General would be the president. Fabricator Locums are the vice president. So they aid the main Fabricator General by doing the day-to-day of the Forge world. Pretty much making sure quotas are met, stuff like that. One notable Fabricator Locum was Cain, who sided with the Emperor of Mankind during the Horus Heresy.
Yeah,
Fabricator General.
What the hell was his name?
Drenic. Don't remember. I don't really remember. Yeah, he wasn't important. That's why he's no longer.
He was we don't remember because he's a fucking dirty heretic that caught a neutron laser to the teeth. Fuck that guy.
Technically, he's still alive. He's in the Eye of Terror.
Hang on, I gotta go grab my my force sword. We gotta go rectify that fucking issue.
Yeah, because he sided with the main Fabricator General of Mars at times sided with Horus because he was bribed with a bunch of technology, while Fabricator Locum fled and led the Loyalists. and taking back Mars. And he was then promoted to Fabricator General.
And Cole
So-
wonders why he doesn't. Gilliman's hesitant to promote his ass for doing the same kind of shit.
Well, he doesn't want to promote him to Fabricator General of Mars because 90% of the fucking Martians not Martians. Oh god damn it! The mechanics hate his nuts because they view him as a fucking guy who's about to step over to tech heresy, a heretic.
Well, what's the dirty word they call him again? Oh yes, a scientist.
Yeah, he calls himself a scientist, and they're like, "What the fuck is that? That's heresy. That's heresy."
No, that's the funny bit, Alan. Scientist is in Mechanicus insult word.
Yeah, no, I was like, "That's heresy." Yeah, that's pretty much they're calling someone a heretic.
Nice.
Yeah, because he does things like invent things. Ugh. So another word we're gonna talk a little bit more about the Magos. The Magos is he's a master of technological or scientific discipline, and they have devoted decades in the service of the Messiah in their field of study. So there can be such things as Magos Alchemists, Magos Biologists, Magos Technicus, Magos Logists, Magos Xenologists, Magos Mechanicus, Magos Orbiologists, Magos Cybernetica, Magos Xenobiologists, Magos Astrologist, Magos Digitalist, Magos Fabricator, Magos Genetist, Magos Psychic, and
Okay, we
many,
get the
many
point.
more.
Jesus.
There's fucking thousands of. It's just pretty much like you are a master in your field of study. That's practically what a Magos is. So a couple of important ones that is mainly well known is first off is the Magos Dominus. So Magos Domina. This is like the female version. They're tech priests who study war. They study warcraft and advanced military technology. They are mainly the leaders of war. They lead the Mechanicus forces into battle. They're like the most well known because they're very well in the tabletop. So practically think about a general and all they need to do, and that's a Magos Dominant. Next one is a Magos Explorator, which I really like. The best way you can kind of quote them is fleet admirals. Their main thing is to go out in the galaxy and find lost STC databases and other ancient human scientific and technological knowledge.
Oh.
They're the ones who pretty much risk their lives, and also are mainly the well-known that your boys Kyle hate.
Yeah,
you
they're
know,
constantly
'cause-
raiding my fucking tomb. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, we're the ones who steal your fridge.
God damn it.
Kyle wakes up from a millennia-long nap, goes to his fridge, opens said fridge. It's all just been gutted, and there's a Mechanicus fucker just staring at him, hissing.
Yes, I
Mechanicus
love
and
that
they run
meme.
away with it.
I love that meme so much.
But yeah, they're the ones who mainly tinker in there and just poke and prod them. Yeah. Oh, I gotta take a sip.
Gotta chug that water.
Oh yeah.
Mac body H2O.
So another one is the Magos Errant. The best way I can describe them is they're just a jack of all trades. They know a little bit of everything.
But a master of none.
Yes. I was like, they're the ones who you mainly find though with rogue traders because rogue traders need that broad sense of knowledge over everything. So yeah, so they are the ones who follow a bunch of that, and just try to learn a little bit of everything. The last one is the Magos Juris, which this one I actually did not know about until I started reading it for this episode. The best way I can describe a Magos Juris is they are the Adeptus Mechanicus version of the Inquisition.
Oh, so they hunt out techno heretics.
Yes, they are the South Police Force. They go about and they look at you and say, "Are you a heretic?" No, I must probe your brain and kidnap you.
We're just gonna put you over here and make sure.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Kyle, you're an out chipmunk.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah, and unsurprisingly, their ships tend to have a high amount of servitors.
Oh, I wonder fucking why.
Yeah, don't ask why.
It's not like they're kidnapping poor motherfuckers.
Yeah, they do not devote their minds to the study of knowledge. They just like worship the machine god to a high extreme. They're very much well known in the Kronos Expanse because they do a lot of
Cronus.
the Kronos Expanse. Yeah, they do a lot of hunting there.
Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah. They've also made
yeah.
enemies of a lot of motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, they're not very well known. I mean, not well known. They're very not very well liked.
Believe me, they in one of the little side tangent in one of the Blood Ravens books, they talk about these running into these motherfuckers, and their first reaction is like, yeah, that doesn't. Those relics don't belong to you. Mind you, they're actual Blood Ravens relics. I know that's the meme, haha, type shit, but they literally tried to go. Those ancient Blood Raven relics need to be put in a shrine. The Blood Ravens went, no, they're ours. And they fucking target locked the Litany of Fury. They
Is
tried
it their
to threat-
battle barge?
Yes, a Space Marine battle barge with half a chapter's worth of Space Marines on it. When the Mechanicus realized it was half a chapter's worth of Space Marines, can you guess what their immediate reaction was?
I
To
thought
lead
that's what
boarding
happened.
action.
Oh, they go to fucking board it.
No, they left boarding range. They immediately went,
Yeah, we're just gonna back up.
that terrifying moment when you realize you're way too fucking close for your safety.
So go a little bit further into this is another one is as a top. I kind of hinted at them. The Electro Priest. So Electro Priest, they're not a tech priest. They're a sub faction, but they are techno zealots devoted to what's called the motive force, aka they worship electricity. I shit you not.
Are you telling me there's an entire group of Electro Zap boys?
Yes, we've actually dealt with them in Rogue Trader.
Yes, we have. And they are asshole.
That's the only
Yes.
place I really know about them from.
Yeah, so they worship electricity, which is known in them as the motive force, which it provides all machine spirits with its power. There are two main sub factions of Electro Priests. I gotta look up their name again. Fucking Christ, I had it, but I lost it. Again, let me get back to it. That page.
Yeah, Cole Allen.
Yeah, fuck you.
Your shenanigans.
Fucking Christ, why are you not working? My computer's being stupid.
The tech priest has a bad computer.
Yeah, I am not really. I am an engine seer.
You also lack legs.
Yeah, because someone fucking stole them, Kyle.
Well, I told you to stay the fuck out my team. You don't listen.
Okay, yeah, sorry. The Fulgurites and the Castelcani. Yeah, they are the main factions of Electro Priests. So the Fulgurites, they actually their main thing though is one believes. I just saw some Electro Priest art on my feed. Get him the phone fed voice. Also, no, shut up, Penguin Lad. I not need help.
Right. Extreme noses pounces on you. Ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boats from across the floor. Noses your Nicky way detailed gamer till they hee hee. Right. Extreme noses pounces on you. Ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boats from across the floor. Noses your Nicky way detailed gamer till they hee hee.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So the two main factions of the Electro Priest is the Fulgurites and the Corpus Cori. I believe that's how you said it. How you say it. I will put it in the chat for anybody who wants to try. There you go. If anybody can say it better than me. The Fulgrites. Oh, and I forgot to mention, they actually had a straight up civil war over this. Many millennia civil war.
Of course they did.
Yes. Because the Fulgrites believe that only those found worthy of, in the eyes of the machine gun, should possess the divine grace of electricity. So they actually carry a weapon called carry a weapon that actually, when it strikes you, called electro leech stabs. That when it strikes you, it literally sucks the electric force of your neurons out of your body.
But Alan,
Wait, you're
that
telling me it
kills
sucks
people.
the what out of who? Okay, let's see here.
Yes.
I knew a guy who generally thought electricity was God, so he would have fit in with these people. Just saw some electro priests in my art feed. Get out of my phone, Fed boys. Yep, we've heard that already. Also, do you need help, Alan? Then we had the Bob and Alan. Alan, I don't need help. Press press X to doubt. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't read. Oh.
But you try and say that. Corpus Scori? Corpus Scari?
Corpus Sakari?
It's
Corpus
close enough.
Sakari? That's what I get out of that.
Yeah, but their battle, the electro leech stabs, they smack you with it, and it sucks the electric power out of your neurons and electricity out of your body and stores it. I shit you not.
They suck out your internal godliness. You do not deserve to have it.
And their weapon can also rob the motor force from enemy war machines. So they literally fucking smack you with this rod on there and suck the power out of the batteries.
I must say they suck out your battery.
Yeah. The other one, the Corpuscari. They're also, again, a rival faction, but they believe they want to share the motor forces of glory with everybody by shocking you to fucking death.
Of course. It's just, they build a generator. Nope, time to have an electrocution.
Yeah, no, they're like, oh, yes, I want to share. Goes to grab you and fucking you get 5,000 volts of electricity going through your entire fucking body.
Now, Alan, here's the question. What ampage?
It's the amperage that'll kill you, not the voltage.
The average is yes.
Fuck.
Oh, I forgot to also mention, too, all electro priests are blind.
Oh, I wonder
The motor force
why.
literally melts their eyes. They don't see the way we do. They actually see the electricity in your body, like your neurons firing and all the pretty much they see your what's it called? They watch your nervous system. All they see is a bunch of fucking nerves moving around.
That's a
But
little
those,
fucking weird.
also the Corpuscari, those hit for a brief second before death. The unbelievers see the light of their nervous system shaking them apart as their bodies burn from the inside out. Such is the generosity of the Corpuscari, for their duty is to illuminate the galaxy and to bring light to the Amnesias non-believers. You literally get to watch and see your fucking neurons and your nervous system frying in your body as you get stuck by these fuckers.
That sounds very unfun.
That doesn't sound too fun, Alan.
Corpuscarii, based on the Latin-esque spelling. It sounds like we need to have
Corpuscarii.
Nick get in here and be your interpreter.
Yeah, Penguin Lad Nick is now the interpreter of everybody. Got it?
Let's just put it this way, Kyle. Do you know what Ave Dominus Nox stands for?
I know that's the Night Lord thing, but I can't remember exactly what it stands for.
It is just Latin to Hail Night Lord.
Hail Night. Okay.
Or Hail Lord of Night. It is the most cheesy fucking thing I've heard for a battle cry ever.
I remember it being with the Night Lords, so that's all I remember.
So the another faction is the Engineers. Engineers, they are your bread and butter cult mechanicus, specially trained in maintaining and repairing machines.
They are also a guardsman's best friend.
Yes, because they're just like the mechanics in the military. You piss them off, you lose tire privileges.
These are also the guys that normally get the title of Cog Bro.
AKA, that's what Leroy used to call Tark.
No, that's what every guardsman calls their favorite tech priest, Cog Bro. You have Cog Boys and you have Cog Bros.
So, Guardsman best friend until they summon demons.
Yes.
No.
Yes, very true.
This is a new fucking event, and he's not happy about it.
So, among their fellow tech priests, though, Enderseers are afforded little respect, as their labors do not normally contribute to the quest for knowledge. Because they are only there to maintain existing machines instead of building, discovering new technology. So they are viewed as lowly but essential cogs in the great machine. So another one is the transmechanic. Kyle, what do you believe a transmechanic is?
He works on the transmission of the Lehman Russ.
That's an Enderseer.
Oh. Okay, the transmission of a
You failed.
Baneblade.
You fail, Kyle. A transmechanic are technicians that service communications technology. So their main thing is they deal with the box relays and the astropathic messenger arrays, all that bullshit. They are most often in Imperial Navy or Imperial Guard bashing worlds. All right, the next one is the Lex Mechanic. Do you want to give that a try, Kyle, or no?
He keeps the lights on.
All right, Bob, what do you believe the Lex Mechanic is?
Lex Mechanicus?
Yes.
If I had to go off the first word as Lux, I guess these are like techno preachers?
No, they are actually, though, they're also known as Calculus Logi. They are pretty much librarians. Their purpose is to compile and rationalize data so it can be entered in the central cogitator repository. So they basically they work with mainly computers with speed and accuracy. They assemble battle reports, economic statistics, planetary reports, all that, and they put it into the main cogitators in their Forge world. So that's pretty much all they really do. So next is the Rune Priests, which me and Bob were talking about this, and even he couldn't believe these guys were an actual thing.
Yeah, I thought this was a fucking joke type shit, but I'm starting to understand why the tech marines call tech priests over religious.
All right, Kyle, I shit you not. A Rune Priest's whole job is to activate the runes, or AKA the buttons, and enchant the litanies or whatever they want. AKA, their whole job is to push the power button and do a chant.
They turn
That
it
is their
on.
job. That is their job. That is what they're trained to do.
What is my purpose? You turn on the power button.
That's
Oh
pretty
my
much
god.
it. Although it's really more than that, but it's not entirely. So yeah, their main thing is to activate the runes of activation and other things. And believe it or not, they're also really good with improvisation. Because if something doesn't work, they actually most likely do not know how to override that and get past it. So other than just activating things, they're also kind of like, best way I can think about it is their maintenance, their data maintenance.
That's
What
what
are
Lux
the-
mechanic is, Kyle.
God, what are the guys that like in big corporations they just deal with the servers? What are they
IT?
called?
IT.
Yeah, robots are practically IT. That's literally what they are.
They're
And
just IT.
yeah, they're IT. That's literally their job. But the only difference between actual IT is they chant while doing it.
Terrific. Just what we needed.
The next one we're going to talk about is the menial. So just as their name suggests, the menials are mainly unaugmented human laborers of the Mechanicus. Their main use is for unskilled labor too complex for servitude. So, unlike what most people think, Forge Worlds are not filled with nothing but tech priests and servitors. There's actually billions upon billions of normal people who have just the bare amount of augments so that they don't die while breathing in the air. From the menials, they do pick up Skatari and mainly other tech priests. But they pick them up from there and teach them and put them in their roles. But menials' main thing is again doing like work that servitors are not made for, which is like a lot of times repairs that engine seers are too important to do. Mining, what little bit of farming is on the planets. Most of the time is really just fucking corpse starch and algae. That is their main task. In times of war, though, like say if a Forge World does get attacked, a lot of times they will arm the menials, and at that point they become tech thralls. They pretty much hand them an auto gun and tell them to shoot in that direction. That's mainly all they really do with menials.
Wait, so what you're telling me is this? Even in the 41st millennium, an armed populace is effective in preventing a tyranny from taking over your world.
Yes. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Anyways, we're not the art of politics.
No, it's just the art of common fucking sense there.
So the next one we're gonna talk about is the servitors. I could do a fucking whole episode on servitors. There is untold amount of fucking servitors types. But the main one is we're just gonna overview. They are mindless slave cyborgs designed and programmed to perform menial, rudimentary, or dangerous tasks for the Mechanicus and other elements of the Imperium, like the Extra Militarum and even Space Marines. There are endless varieties for servitors, from heavy mining servitors, battlefield servitors, gun servitors, and including the elite Praetorian servitors.
There's an elite
Praetorius-
servitor?
Yes, they are. The elite Praetorian servitors are created from vet-grown, genetically alterized giants or lobotomized augments.
Oh.
Not the Ogren.
What the
Yes.
Ogren do?
He did not perform the right rites of activation. Therefore,
right.
he is now a servitor.
Oh, okay, Leroy would like a word.
So servitors are actually what a majority of the time a lot of people always think, oh no, they're just criminals who are lobotomized and sent to battle. Believe it or not, that would be economically unadvisable because we need so much that not even the criminal population could supply us with as many as we need. A lot of times, like I would say, out of like 100% of servitors, 10% are criminals. The other 90% are fat-grown humans. They're just humans that are grown or cloned with no soul that we just fucking jam a thing in their brain and say, okay, you're now programmed to do this.
Compliance.
Yes, that's but majority of them are that. Same thing as people say about the cherubs. Oh my god, they lobotomize babies. No, that's probably like 1%. It is very uneconomical to wait 9 months to get a new fucking cherub. They're just fat grown babies.
I would like to also point out those things creep the shit even out of a Primarch.
Yeah, they are fucking creepy. The only people who fucking like them
Has
are the
anybody
goddamn
here
sister.
listen to Warhams?
Yes.
Does anybody remember the episode where they go onto the supposed like Space Hulk type ship and there's a bunch of cherubs running around trying to clean all the smeared blood and guts everywhere?
No.
And
I
he
do
just
not
walks
remember that.
around and all the cherubs fly around and all they go is, cleanliness is holiness. And he's like, and they're just flying around cleaning stuff and just smearing guck all over the walls trying to clean it.
No, I don't remember this. I think I don't want
It was one of the Halloween ones, and he did a pretty good job of making these fucking cherubs really creepy as fuck.
But yeah, I will say though, my favorite servitors though are the Cataphan servitors, which these servitors are actually what. Okay, so instead of having the lower body of a human, they just cut him in half and fucking put him on tank treads.
Yeah, these are your tank tread boys.
Yeah, those are
I actually
Cataphan
have
servitors.
I have one of your models over here.
Yeah, so they should be like right next to your thing, if I remember correctly.
I got one right here.
Oh yeah, no, I love them. And the Cataphan destroyers and Cataphan breachers, I think they're called.
Yeah, there's two different ones. One's got like armor on the treads. I think it's the only difference I can really tell.
Yeah, but those guys are actually they're so special that the machine spirit in their brain is so fucking violent and like wants to kill that they actually cannot be used. They cannot be created from regular background. They have to take the most vicious and vile criminals and turn them into those ones. That way, the machine spirit will actually comply with what they want.
Compliance.
Compliance.
And like I said, there is. If I look at the fucking the wiki about servitors, it's literally fucking 20 pages of different types of servitors.
God damn.
Yeah, like I said, I could do a full episode about servitors if people want me to.
Well, that sounds like a plan for another day then.
Yeah, we can
Let's
put
save
it
the
on.
servitors for another episode that Alan could take care of and give Bob another break.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one, now that's like the main units. We are now going to talk about the Adeptus Mechanicus, the militant rank. That was all just the non-military stuff, guys. Now we're going to get with the actual meat and bones of the military.
Oh God.
Yeah. So the main war and like the main armies, they're actually called battle congregations.
Yeah, they conjugate.
Yes. So, sorry, I had a little bit of a burp. And like I said, there's a whole of this, but we're already at 56 minutes, and I'm just getting to the military, so I'm gonna try and speed up a little bit. So the main bulk of the military is the Scutari. So the Scutari, they are cybernetic infantry forces of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They go from anywhere from protecting tech priests to shrine worlds to even titans. So the Scutari are either born into service, either as a natural born human, menial, of the Mechanicus, or vet born, which they are pretty much grown with that, as it says. With accelerated growth.
So
They are all, yeah, kind of, yeah. Which both of those, the Scutari in general, though, they are given massive amounts of cybernetic implants. Their eyes are actually, believe it or not, they actually surgically remove the eyelids of Scutari because they actually have what's called a data tether attached to them. Which you ever see like on the pictures in the back of the Scutari? If Bob was put a picture in Discord, their backpack is. Go ahead, Bob.
You say now I'm getting outsourced even for this shit?
Yes. So if you ever look at the backpack of a Scutari, that's actually what's called a data tether. It's actually cybernetically implanted into their brain. So that way, the overseer or the dominus, who is actually usually thought high above, can monitor the battlefield through their eyes.
I can see what they see.
Yeah, they can do that, or as whenever they actually record, which sends a floating sea of data from each and every Scutari up into their ship to be then, processed by the Loga.
So they get uploaded into the cloud.
Yes. Even also, then the data sets can also be sent the other way, so that the way the Dominus or whoever's leading can actually give them commands or even remotely take over the Scutari.
Wait. This sounds distinctly like a certain game, assuming direct control.
Yes. They sound like Harbinger. Assuming direct control that's exactly it. Yeah. So I just think that's fucking awesome in my opinion, which is part of the reason why I love them. Oh, also a little fun fact too. Since they no longer have eyelids, what they never see, like the glowing blue things over their eyes. That's actually goggles or cybernetically enhanced on them. That's filled with sacred oils, so that way they never have to worry about blinking.
Oh, they put
Yeah,
their mechanical eyeballs in eye jelly. That's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So another branch of the Skatari, which I was actually reading about this, guys, I absolutely fucking love, is the Sekutari. So the Sekutari, they are Titan guard. Their whole job is to protect the Titans.
Oh, I've heard about these motherfuckers.
Yeah. So while Battle Titans might shatter a mighty fortress or blast a tank company to ruin, it is the role of the Sekutari to eradicate such threats as survivors might still pose on the Titans. So their whole job is to make sure nobody fucks with the Titan and dealing with smaller stuff, so that way it won't pose anything. So the higher up known Spirit Crab is due for promotion and a replacement for his medic. Nah, you're fine. You're fine, Bao. So there are several different types of Secretaries. So like one is the Secretary Hoplitites. They go into battle armed with arc lances and mag inverter shields. They're practically fucking Greek hoplites. Shield wall phalanx. I'm gonna stab that way. They're magnetically linked to each other, and we're gonna stab you with a fucking arc spear. Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So the mag inverter shields provides the copious power needed for the arc lances and resist blow, which would otherwise slay its bearer instantly, through utilizing a powerful and sophisticated inversion generator at the shield's core. The other one is the Secretary. It's the Secretary Peltist. They go into battle armed with the galvanic casters, which fucking every shot inverts gravity in a specific point, so that it literally rips people to shreds. Yes.
Jesus.
So another version of the Skatari is the Classasari. The Classasari, they are pretty much Marines on exploratory vessels. They are specifically programmed Skatari as for boarding party and personal security personnel and bodyguards of explorators. They come with 9 impervious vacuum suits that allow them to just walk out of a ship and not have to worry about fucking decompression at all. And they can actually, it's actually so nimble on there, they can actually fight hand to hand and shoot with no problems on vessels. Like they can just fucking stand on a vessel and just start firing at the planes and other people coming by.
So they're like the orcs that forgot they need spacesuits.
Yes, but that's pretty much their skin. Yeah, so they come also implanted weaponry also for void combat and in combat cramped enclosure of a starship. They are built from the ground up for ship to ship combat. Sorry. So the last one we're going to talk about the different types of Skatari is the Venatori. The Venatori are a newer addition to the Skatari forces. They were created in the wake of the War of Brass.
The War of what?
Which Bob could talk about a little bit more about one of these days. It's just a if I remember correctly, the War of Brass was pretty much like Khorne legions going about murdering shit. If I remember
War
correctly.
of Brass. You cut out for me.
Yes.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, war. Yeah, sorry, my bad. So the Venatori are just pretty much are forces that they're pretty much mainly the same thing a little bit as the Skatari, but they're just more fucking fanatical. The best way I can think about them is just think about Crusaders. They just pretty much a scream for the Ondasaya, and they're really more. Yeah, they're more military minded. Is the best way I can put it. Instead of focusing, they turn away more for the Ondasaya into more of for war itself. Best way I can describe. Like they're not very well written so far, and also they're mainly
newer though, right?
Yeah, they're newer, so there isn't much about them.
Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they have a bunch of lore.
Yeah, so all right, so that's like the major ones. Well, let's talk about the Adeptus Mechanicus Minoris ranks. So they're pretty much like the more minor roles in the Mechanicus itself. First we're going to talk about is the Arcutor Mech Assassin. Imagine the assassins, and it's just they're the cult mechanicus version of it.
Are these the motherfuckers that fry your brain so you can't perceive them?
Yes. But they're no, they're not those. Oh fuck, what are they called? Are they called those guys that we're talking about is the Prexilus? I think that's what they're called. They're kind of like the Rust Stalkers. No, these guys are just called mech assassins. So they are trained in the art of stealth, able to move in plain sight amongst lay folk throughout the sector, and able to they're pretty much all their cybernetic upgrades are more or less hidden, but they are as fucking decked out as a tech priest. Yeah, so their main thing is just to deal with any type of deal with assassination. They're deal with assassination of high-end targets that they can't really get to for the mechanicus. It's really all they're, unfortunately. They're not as cool as it sounds, but I still think it's kind of cool. So another one is the Reclamators. So they are the least trusted of dense mechanicus functionaries of any of them, because they are practically salvagers. Their main goal is to grab raw materials from old and damaged systems. They mostly find themselves in the dangerous or unsafe areas with little supervision whatsoever, just to scavenge anything that they grab it all and send it to the fucking forge vaults. They do have a very bad reputation because a lot of times they do also. Hey, this is pretty cool. Let me just sell it to the black market. Oh, this is pretty cool. Hey, who wants it? Highest bidder.
AKA their rogue trader's best friend.
Yeah. Anytime a rogue trader deals with the mechanicus, it's most likely a reclamator.
Also means, oh, those are some nice plasma-based fucking macro cannons. Mechanicus shows up. Where the fuck did you get those? Taps the warrant of trade. I don't gotta tell you, dick.
Reclamators in the background, just fucking counting just counting a gigantic roll of bills.
His fucking profit factor just.
So another minoris is the Secutors, which Secutors, they're part of the Venatority. The Secutors are just straight up fucking tech priests who will go forward and smack you in the face with their power axe while screaming, "Get the fuck off my lawn!" Yeah, they deal with the Auxilia Myrmidon, which was a self-defense force of the Calexis sector. They are just straight up war tech priests. I cannot say more about them. They are just straight up you and me 1v1. We're gonna fucking duke it in front of the Omnissiah. Yeah, while he chants World Star.
World Star.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just straight up just war for the war god, war for the Omnissiah. So a more newer version too of Technopriest is the Technos. It's a Techsoricist. They've were founded in the 36th millennium when a space hall called Bottom Posterus popped up. Their whole thing is they deal with anything involving heretical technology and purge it and cleanse it. They are pretty much exorcists for technology.
Begone, techno spirit performs right. Fucking percussion
Yes.
maintenance.
Yeah, they are an invaluable tool for Inquisitors trying to understand his foe's weakness and trying to get into dark technology. That is when you bring in a tech sorceress.
Now, Alan, are these the guys when your computer starts fucking acting weird? They grab a zap gun and it starts working better. Is that what's going on here? You just gotta threaten the fucking demon.
You gotta threaten the demon out of it. Yes, that's exactly what they do. All right, so that was the minor versions. Now we're gonna talk about the Mechanicus, some of the Mechanicus divisions, pretty much some of the vehicles sides of it. Of course, we gotta talk about the College of Titanica. The College of Titanica,
Titanica.
yeah, they deal with Titans. Colossal robotic walking. Ah, alarm! Shush! Quiet! Sorry.
I didn't know Tech Priest dealt with shush quiet and that shit.
Yeah,
He had to commune to the
sorry.
machine spirit. Tell it to be quiet.
Yes. Studying the computer is how I get most of my stuff to work when it isn't cooperating. Oh god, has anyone ever seen the fucking video, like the video of the guy's like computer fucking whirring and not turning on, and he fucking grabs a hammer, looks at it, and all of a sudden it starts working perfectly.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. That's just you and that was like the warp demon's like, what are you gonna do, bitch? Seize the electro hammer. I apologize for my outburst.
So yeah, to go to Titanica, yeah. We've done a deep dive on these guys. Yeah, they deal with the Titans. Everybody gets until the church starts walking.
That's right.
Everybody.
So I talked about these guys a little bit. Now we're going to talk about the Centaurio Ordinatus. Centaurio Ordinatus, a section of the Mechanicus Divios Militaris. They deal anything responsible for the development, maintenance, and operation of the mighty Ordinatus war machines and every individual war machine in the Mechanicus.
Now I don't mean to be that guy, Alan, but it's actually pronounced Ordinati. We actually have a pronunciation for it for once.
Okay, I apologize.
No, just having listened to Hell's Reach enough times, I've heard it pronounced Ordinati.
Actually,
No, I actually agree with Alan. It sounds better the way he says it, but we have an actual pronunciation, and I know somebody will fucking mention like, Alan, it's not pronounced Ordinati, it's Ordinati.
Yeah, so each Ordinati is a unique weapon that is designed for a specific purpose for a particular battle.
Alan,
This explains why.
what kind of weapons are we talking about here?
Oh God. Hang on, let me get
A list?
yeah, let me get a list because holy fucking shit. So the first one is honestly the Hellfire missile.
It's a Hellfire missile?
Yeah, the Hellfire missiles. They deal with this. The tech priests deal with it.
So a Death Strike missile is just a a small Ordinatus.
That's it. They deal from the small shit to the massive shit. They deal with all of it. You gotta remember that. So yeah, Hellfire missiles, Nova cannon, Bellicose pattern volcano cannon, Sonic disruptors.
Wait,
all of
did
this.
you say a tectonic disruptor?
So Sonic disruptor.
I thought you said tectonic. I was like, motherfucker, what did you just say?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you just say San Andreas fault gun?
Yeah, a Sonic disruptor. A Sonic disruptor utilizes unique technology that produces sound waves, which resonate across the battlefield, crumbling buildings, shattering bones, and bursting organs, and causing electronic equipment to explode as the wall of sonic energy passes over enemy forces. Okay, they just fucking blast fucking Justin Bieber's baby so loud it just destroys everything.
Baby, Jesus Christ.
I understand their pain.
So the next one we're gonna talk about is my favorite personally, the Legio Cybernetica. These poor boys. So Legio Cybernetica, they are one of the oldest sub-branches of the Des Mechanicus, and they're responsible for the fully autonomous robots for both combat duties and support tasks to aid the Imperial Armed Forces. They can actually trace their lineage to before the birth of the Imperium, when Mars was an independent interstellar empire ruled by the Tech Priests. Unfortunately, though, their forces are very limited and small, mainly because the Loyalist forces during the Horus Heresy were a tiny fraction. The vast majority of them joined Horus in Heresy. So they've only just recently regained the respect and admiration of the rest of the Mechanicus, and have been trusted more. But my Cataphan battle robots, yeah, they are dealt with the Legio Cybernetica, and majority of the other things. That's still though they're the main one that's presented in the tabletop. So the last one we're going to talk about, the second to last one, is the Collegia Extremis. So the Collegia Extremis is the Mechanicus version of the Adeptus Arbites. Their main function is to find traitors at Amnesia and persecute them for their crimes. That's the majority of where the Magos Junis is dealt with in this one. And they're not very well liked, as Bob was saying before, because you have a bit of a thing of, hey, give me that shit. This belongs in a museum, motherfucker. They're pretty much.
They like to act like the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4, and they sometimes forget a small cruiser is no match for half a chapter's worth of Space Marines. Or they remember this detail much too late.
All right, and the last one we're going to talk about is the Ordo Reductor. So the Ordo Reductor they're a bit of a newer version, but their whole thing is the manufacturing and operation of siege weaponry.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Bravo has hit the chat.
I was just thinking the same thing.
They mainly came forward because, again, Bravo is no longer a thing, so the mechanics are like, we'll just take over this. Yeah, so they didn't involve any type of siege weaponry or fucking big ass fucking cannon. You call it the Ordo Reductor. And that's just about all I have for the deep dive Mechanicus episode. I did have a couple little bit out because I saw the time and I was like, holy fucking shit. Quick, hurry up.
It's a good game.
Yeah, but that's the basic units and also some of the smaller versions that not a lot of people knew about. Any questions, concerns?
No, I think I'm pretty good.
As Watley puts in the squirrel.
I see the chipmunk emote, the squirrel emote. All right. Well, is that all for today?
That's about all I got.
Like I said earlier,
Right. Extreme noses punches on you. Ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boats from across the floor. Noses in Mickey way detailed baby till they hee hee.
It's an ambush.
Right. Extreme noses punches on you. Ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boats from across the floor. Noses in Mickey way detailed baby till they hee hee.
Anyways.
So, as I was saying prior, we will be doing our Warhammer Fantasy episode next week. And then we will do episode 100 the week after, where I will be answering the questions that Bob and Alan decided to throw at me to see what I've been retaining for the past 100 episodes. Since the whole reason we started this was for them to teach me Warhammer, because I got stuck at home during lockdown and I had nothing to do but learn about Warhammer. So, or at least get shown Warhammer and then get slowly sucked into it. And then I'm like, oh, what about this? What about that? And then we decided, you know what? Why don't we just do a show? You like to paint, you do the painting, and then we'll explain the lore and we'll just stream it. And here we are. This is where we're at now.
And then they invited a Bob.
Yes, which if anybody is following the podcast, we just got into the part to where Bob's starting to jump into every episode pretty much. Oh, yes, because we also have a podcast too, which is just a replay of all these streams. So don't, if you've already watched all the streams, you do not need to feel obligated to watch the rest of it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you want to do the raid, Kyle, I actually found a guy who's actually playing tabletop right now. They're just starting.
We got another tabletop going on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's only been going on for 13 minutes. But
I see they're doing simulator.
Yeah. It's Tyranids versus Custodians.
Oh, them poor bugs.
No, those poor custodians, they nerfed them motherfuckers.
Oh, that's
hard.
right. The custodians got nerfed hard. Oof.
I mean, fucking, let's just put it this way. If we had to put it into details, you know how the custodians are one of the more mobile armies that can just get into melee like a motherfucker?
Yeah.
They broke its fucking legs, and then they came back with a chainsaw, took their legs off, and then put them in a mobile scooter.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not a good time to be a custodian player.
That sucks. Okay, well, we will give them a shout out, and you can let them know how, or give them a raid, and you can let them know that we all feel bad for the custodies. All right, we're gonna throw that up there, get that going. So as we get that, like I said, in an episode or two, we will be doing episode 100, where I will have to answer all the questions and try to see what I remember. And then the next episode will technically be episode 1 of our fantasy spinoff that everybody voted that they wanted.
In fealty of the God Emperor, our undying Lord,
And we'll be speaking
by
of the
grace
only
of the
actual
Golden
elf
Throne,
that did something right.
I declare exterminatus.
The only elf.
The only good elf.
The only good elf.
I mean, when you have 4 chaos gods begging for their fucking lives because you got upsetty spaghetti, you're a scary motherfucker.
All right. Well, this has been the Art of Lore Show. Please join us again next Monday at 8 o'clock for our first fantasy series. And then after that will be episode 100 of the 40K series, where we will be doing our special where I have to take a quiz.
Place
So-
your bets, folks. How many does he get right?
Probably not as many as I should. But until then, I hope to see you all in the next one. And I hope you all have a good night.
Peace.
Peace.